and today's rockin' selection is Jesus is Just Alright, Doobie Brothers style. The song was originally recorded and written in 1966 by Arthur Reed Reynolds, a gospel song, and it was covered by the Byrds in 1969 and then again by the Doobie Brothers on their 1972 LP Toulouse Street. And what they did with this song certainly inspired me as a young musician, singer, guitar player. A lot of feel and a lot of groove. Here's Jesus is Just Alright. Okay, I'd like to introduce you to Alesis. This is my Alesis SR16 drum machine. It's an older unit and I don't use it very often at all for guitar lessons. But today with Jesus is Just Alright, I want to establish a nice rhythm for this. I don't have the exact beat from the Doobie Brothers version, but it's close. But the interesting thing is that I have never ever heard such a discrepancy in a studio recording versus a live performance in terms of tempo. So this is the tempo at which the studio recording is played at. Right about there. Then I listened to a live version, and here's where it was. What a smoking difference. So I thought that's crazy, and I split the difference for the sake of learning our version today, and we're going to go with this. Sound about right? I think so. All right, let's get on to the chords you're going to need for Jesus is Just Alright. Okay, let's start off with the signature chord in the song. Great sounding chord, and you can move this around anywhere in the neck and use it in lots of songs. In this position, it's called an E7 sharp 9. And my finger positions are as follows. My first finger is on the 6th fret of the 4th string. My second finger is on the 7th fret of the 5th string, and my third finger is on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And then my pinky finger is on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And you're going to strum the middle strings on this from 5 to 2. The root note is the 5th, is the E note there on the 5th string. And that's the signature chord in this song. E7 sharp 9. The next chord you need is an F9. So what we're going to do is we're going to move everything up one fret except the pinky finger. So the first, second, and third fingers all move up a fret. And this is just a standard F9. I'd play it like this if I could. But rather than move my fingers all around to this position, it's easier to just slide this stuff up to the F9 position. So E7 sharp 9, F9. You also need a bar A minor 7. And this is the main rhythm part of the song. We're going to use this chord a lot. And it's basically an A minor bar chord and take the pinky finger away. So we're just fingering the one note, which is our third finger on the 7th fret of the A string. You saw me slip a D in there, and I can either flatten this out. I can just flatten that finger down, that third finger, to play an A chord formation, a bar across the 7th fret there. Or I can, if I want, I can just switch over to the pinky. Any way you look at it, it's a D bar chord, and I've got to get to that from the A minor 7. Okay, I'm just going to show you the other positions because it may be an option for you. If you play the A minor 7 down here, just an open chord like this, and then we just lift off the third finger, take off an A minor. Just a different voicing of the same chord. and then we would play the D there. Now, because of the other chords we're playing, because of these ones, I would recommend playing it up here rather than. Plus, you can do that little slide down. So you need an A minor 7 and a D. You also need a quick C major bar chord. And then for the slow section of the song, you're going to need that A minor 7 again, but you're also going to need, and we may just add the pinky. So this is just a different A minor 7. It's the one I just went over with you, but you add the pinky to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Just gives it a little nicer voice, I think. And then you also need a D7 chord here instead of the D major. And of course, all we're doing there is taking away the middle note from that A formation from the bar here. So with the D7, our 3rd finger is on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and our 2nd finger is on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and then that 3rd string is part of the bar. All right, those are the chords you need for Jesus Is Just All Right. Okay, so one of the reasons that I obviously am using the drum machine here is that the song begins with rhythm. And so I'll get the rhythm going at the tempo we decided at, and then we'll go over the intro. All right, let's break that down. So the first chord we're playing is that E7 sharp 9. Up to the F9 and then back down. And that's the first thing you play in the song. And then we get into that picking section. And so here's what we're doing. Okay, so with fingers 1, 2, and 3, I'm going from 5, 6, 7 on the A string. And then I'm getting 5 on the 3rd string with my 1st finger. All down picks. The next phrase is, so I take my 1st finger down to the 3rd fret of the A string. So again, the first 2 parts. Back to that first part. Okay, and then the end is. So it's 5, 6, 7, 5 on 4, 4 on 4, and then 5, 7 on 5. And that takes us into the A minor 7 rhythm section and the verse of the song. So again, just let's play through that slowly for you. That's the intro. 1, 2, 3.
Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. I don't care what they may say. I don't care what they may do. I don't care what they may say. Jesus is just alright. Oh yeah, Jesus is just alright.
All right, let's review what we did there and especially pay attention to the right hand here. All we're we're doing there is playing that the bar A formation. We're barring the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings at the 7th fret, changing it to the 5th fret, and then sliding that down as we do. We do that a few times in the song. So the timing with the vocal here is, Jesus is just alright with me. So it's after the me. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Right on the yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. I don't care what they may say. Okay, and the only change in the verse is when we go to that C chord. I don't care what they may do. I don't care what they may say. Jesus is just alright. Oh yeah, Jesus is just alright. Alright, basically after this the whole song repeats. Before we go back into the Jesus is just alright verse again, it goes back to the intro, the a cappella. Do 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 do. The difference being we have a little bit of guitar accompaniment here, so it's like this. Do 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 do. Jesus is just alright with me. So all we're doing there is that in that accompaniment of the a cappella section is we're playing a power E and a power D chord, and I'm just using one finger, playing the barring the A chord formation, that is the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings at the 7th fret, sliding it down to 5, and then sliding the 5 down. Now the first one does it, slides down like that. The second one, the middle one, just kind of stays on the D, and then the third one slides again. So that section again. Do 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 do. And then back into the verse. You may have noticed I kind of say one thing and do another there. I said to take that and slide it down from 7 to 5, but when push comes to shove, when I'm in the midst of playing it, what I tend to do is play 3rd finger on the 7th fret and then 1st finger on 5 and then slide the 1st finger down. If that's easier for you, and it's easier for me, then do it that way. That's how I do it. Now the only difference this time through the verse is when it hits that C major chord, it stops and goes into the slow section of the song, which features a nice Hammond keyboard solo and a great guitar solo and all that stuff that they add and embellish for a live crowd, of course. So what we're going to do is just play through that second half of the second verse, and I'll show you how it just stops on the C chord. I don't care what they may say, I don't care what they may do, I don't care what they may say, Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus, he's my friend. And that's just gonna take us through that section, vocally, of course, and then with some solos after that. And then when it comes out of that on an extended E minor 7 chord on the Hammond, actually, and then back to that, and then we're back into the repeating the verse sequence again. All right, let's do a playthrough, given everything we have right now, of Jesus is Just All Right.
Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. I don't care what they may say. I don't care what they may do. I don't care what they may say. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus is just alright. Do 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 do. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. I don't care what they may know. I don't care where they may go. I don't care what they may know. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus, he's my friend.
Okay, fine tuning for Jesus is just all right. You know, we've got some great chording in this song, and a lot of it's kind of offbeat kind of stuff that you gotta fill in. And some of that is done sort of counter to the keyboard in the song, but really great stuff. Some good riffing, that stuff, and some great chords. All that neat stuff going on in there. Hey, one of the great mixes of classic rock and gospel, the Doobie Brothers version of Jesus is Just All Right. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.